It was in 1843 that the Ottomans' most integrated carpet and silk mill came into being in Hereke. Hereke Imperial Production Plant, or the pressures of the imperial houses. This museum of a weaving mill, which has never stopped its production for 170 years, whose machines have never stopped their roar, and which has dressed palaces, mansions, pavilions, and imperial households, is in fact a forerunner for the East Marmara's destiny. Since that time, East Marmara has always been a magnet for investments within Turkey and all over the world. Kocaeli, Sakarya, Düzce, Bolu, and Yalova. There exist plenty of reasons why investors choose East Marmara as a fine hub for their operations over the years. East Marmara has always been a magnet for investors with its geographical location, through which runs the energy transit routes, and to its high quality and well-educated human resource, and for the fact that it comprises cities hosting Turkey's prominent brand producers and main exporters, as well as being a host for trendy tourist destinations. Turkey, the rising star, admired all over the world for having achieved a rapid growth over the recent past. Now everybody knows and confirms that it is time for Turkey. Turkey, being Europe's 6th and the world's 16th biggest economy, grabbed the 2nd place in the world for 2 consecutive years by achieving 9% GDP growth in 2010 and 8.5% in 2011. East Marmara is pumping energy through the veins of Turkey in a high, active, productive, and dynamic rhythm. East Marmara has always been an attractive hub for investments, as it has a central geographical location and a sound infrastructure system which offers numerous opportunities, and as it stands at the crossroads of all transport and travel routes. The region, wealthy of mega projects, is ever acclaimed for new projects to reinforce its existing transport and service infrastructure. Marmara project will enable to travel through a 76-kilometer long grid between Gebze and Halkalı, which will connect Asian and European sides of Istanbul with a tube laid deep under the Bosphorus. As Gebze becomes the starting point of Marmara, logistics villages are emerging to undertake nations' domestic trade and trade with the world. East Marmara's 39 ports and vessel traffic, which accounts for a quarter of Turkey's, draws the attention of the international community. When finished, the new railway line that will connect the ports of Izmir Gulf and port of Karasu on the Black Sea shore, and which will lie through Adapazarı, shall firmly enhance its central role in world trade. The high-speed train, which will stop by Kocaeli and Sakarya, is going to cut the travel time between Ankara and Istanbul down to 3 hours. Therefore, the share of train ridership to the whole passenger traffic over this route shall go up to 78% from the current 10%. Turkey's longest highway project, which will reduce the travel time between Istanbul and Izmir down to 3.5 hours, foresees construction of a bridge that will make it possible to cross over the Izmir Gulf longitudinally in 6 minutes. Most producers in Turkey enjoy the advantage of reaching out by maximally a 2 to 2.5 hours flight to markets that are worth $25 trillion as a total, and 1.5 billion consumers scattered within a close perimeter over Europe, the Middle East, West Asia, Caucasia, and Africa. East Marmara's airway traffic and logistics is partially borne by the Kocaeli Cengiz Topel Airport, and the provincial center of Kocaeli is located only 55 kilometers away from Sabiha Gökçen International Airport and 105 kilometers from Istanbul Atatürk International Airport. The region of East Marmara already has 29 organized industrial zones, and another 5 is to be developed in the near future, which explains why it is called the flagship of Turkey's industry. There is a competitive industry in East Marmara, taking the advantage of the advanced technology generated in a wealth of universities, thriving technoparks, a unique high-tech free zone, and prestigious research centers. 6 universities, 7 technoparks, 53 research centers, and a free zone for high-tech research are developing, innovating, and selling technology. A new Silicon Valley is emerging in East Marmara, with the advent of IT Valley planned to be built within the territory of Gebze district. East Marmara generates 20% Turkish industrial output, 48% automotive production, and 45% of all transport vehicles. Turkey ranks 6th among the most visited countries in the world. 2.5 million out of 31.5 million international tourists roaming our country visits East Marmara. The region is home to 53 different tourism products, and it is on the move to strengthen its tourism infrastructure with new investments which are worth $400 million in total in order to unlock its potential to become a magnet and a land of recreation for a target consumer community that consists of 22 million people, and to become the new capital of tourism. East Marmara stands at the crossroads of transit energy routes. Main natural gas pipelines run through the region, which is also rich with wind power, solar power, hydropower, and thermal power sources. Solar power potential has been estimated to be 1,168 kilowatt-hours, and East Marmara's wind power potential is about 533 megawatt-hours. Turkey has a population over 74 million, and the median age is 29. Turkey's high economic performance stimulated a remarkable rise in the household wealth. 35 million internet users, 46 million credit card holders, and 113 million sold cell phones, and $6.5 billion hardware consumption bespeaks for this phenomenon. East Marmara is among the top regions in Turkey in terms of average level of prosperity. East Marmara, with a population of 3.3 million, generates 15% of Turkey's tax revenues and 8% of Turkish GDP. East Marmara, being a region made up of cities producing brands in manufacturing and service sectors, has achieved a high level of prosperity above the Turkish average, with a per capita income of $25,000. East Marmara is home to a skilled labor force of 1.1 million. Industry creates most of the jobs, constituting 33% of employment, followed by service sector with 27%, commerce with 19%, and agriculture with 19%. The region, endowed with 6 universities, hosts a large stock of an educated and skilled human resource, in particular fresh and dynamic university students and graduates. Turkey, as a member of Customs Union, offers a myriad of opportunities for international investors. It is a popular destination for international investments, where 620 foreign stock companies are registered. It has made a good reputation for its $75 billion trade and $25 billion exports. Industrial production accounts for 93% of exports from the region, where 117 out of Turkey's 500 biggest companies base their operations. East Marmara Development Agency, or MARCA, which is conceived to be a stepping stone for realizing the ambitious national target of achieving $500 billion export volume, assists the investors with free guidance and consultancy through its investment support offices based in Kocaeli, Sakarya, Düzce, Bolu and Yalova. Over the last 3 years, $16 billion worth of incentivized investments has chosen East Marmara. MARCA engages in cooperation with other stakeholders and vigorously promotes its regional assets, both at the national and international level, with the aim of making this region a leader in sustainable development and a brand in global competition. MARCA, while carrying out capacity-building activities to furnish the staff of public organizations with the very fundamental skills required for devising and implementing projects, is also striving to master and unlock the local potential through support programs by placing the people at the very center. Turkey has recently drawn a lot of attention from the global community for its efforts to achieve sustainable development, and East Marmara sits at the very center of it, most credited for its performance in industrial production and exports. Now is the time for Turkey, and the right address is East Marmara.